It's gonna look like I'm playing bar chords. Don't panic. These are not bar chords. There are no bar chords in this song. Reckoner by Tom York and the Radioheads. Reckoner? I barely knew her. Take me out to dinner first. People of the world, friends and relatives. On today's episode of the Stuart Alexander Lehman-brown Show, we will be learning Reckoner, featuring Radiohead. All 5 members. Thomas York, Elvis Presley, Phil, the drummer, Timothy O'Malley, and Jake Riverside. Shoot, darn it. I got one of them was right. Standard tuning, no capo, no bar chords. This song is actually surprisingly easy, you guys. We gotta start off by learning the introduction. Starts with drums, but here's okay. Let me just talk about the drums at the beginning for a second. They come in at a weird beat. Like, they don't come in on beat 1. I think they come in on beat 4. The reason I'm telling you this is because you might try to play along with the album and you're like, I can't figure out where the guitar is supposed to come in. It's because it's a little weird. So you're going to be fine. There's nothing wrong with you. Would you please put your pointer finger on the 3rd fret of the 2nd string from the top? Put your ring finger on the 5th fret of the 3rd string from the top. Put your pinky on the 5th fret of the 2nd string from the bottom. Uncle Stuart, this is looking a lot like a bar chord. It's not a bar chord. Your pointer finger is not smashing down. Your pointer finger only needs to play that 2nd string from the top. If you are having trouble stretching your fingers out far enough, it's probably because your thumb is up over the top. Bring your thumb back like this, and it will be easier to stretch out like that. Hang on 1 second. There might be some experienced guitar players out there that are watching this video just to see if I'm playing it right, and you're like, he's playing it wrong. Because Tom York does it with his thumb up here like this, and he goes like this. Now, I'm gonna say, sometimes, Tom York plays it way up the neck, and he uses his thumb, and it's a pain in the butt, and nobody wants to play it like that. That's about half the time. The other half of the time, Tom York does it the way I'm doing it right now. And question, by a show of hands, who wants to learn it the horrible, miserable, no good, very bad way that Tom York sometimes plays it? Now, who wants to play it the joyful, loving, equally good sounding way that Tom York often plays it? Show of hands. Who wants to do it the first way, the bad way? I literally saw 0 hands go up. Now, who wants to play it the fun, easy, loving way? Stuart, we get it. You're going to teach us the easy way because you don't know the hard way. Okay. Can we move on now? Yes. This is called a C chord. Let's learn the picking pattern. No pick for this song. You're just using your bareback thumb and fingers. With your thumb, would you please play 2nd string from the top? Then with your middle finger, play 2nd string from the bottom, and then go right back to thumb on the 2nd string from the top. So that's just pookie pow. 1, 2, 3, 4, pookie pow. Play with me and pookie pow. One more time and pookie pow. Great work. Now, there's a tiny little momentary pause, just a breath, just a brief sliver of time where you don't play anything. Then you're going to play 2nd string from the bottom with your finger again. And then you're going to go thumb finger, thumb finger. So I know that's confusing, but listen, watch. We go pookie pow, finger, punka, punka. Hey, picky pow, finger, thumb pa, chum pa, That made it more confusing. Let's start over. Let's just try playing it again, but we'll play it slower. We're going to go punky pa, pa, punka, punka. Punky pa, pa, punka, punka. Here we go. Punky pa, pa, punka, punka. Here we go. Pinky pa, pa, punka, punka. One more time. Punky pa, 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 pa. Okay. This happens every time. I get like 4 minutes in, and I go, don't do this. Don't do this. Go play Elden Ring instead. But then another voice says, no, because all those fine folks out there who want to learn Reckoner by Radiohead are going to be out of luck. I don't like it when I replace the S word with a P word. It makes it worse. After you go bunky boom ba, then you just nice and slowly, you do thumb on the second string from the top again, and then you do finger on the second string from the bottom again. Guys, that's bunky pum, bunka, 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 bunka. 11 notes. We have an 11-note picking pattern that makes up the vast majority of the song. Let's do it one single solitary time on this C not bar chord shape with the guitar finger hands. 1, 2. I don't want to do it. We have to. Think about all the cooked geese out there. Oh, wait. That was from a thing I cut out, so you don't know what I'm talking about when I say cooked geese. Okay, do you want me to explain? In the comments, tell me if you want me to explain why I just said cooked goose. Oh my goodness. Whole pattern. 1, 2. Here we go. And one more time and karate chopper Rochambeau. You got to get good at that pattern because that's the song. So, okay. For the introduction, you play that C chord with the picking pattern one single solitary time. Now, we're not done with the introduction yet, but we are going to start what I like to call the main riff. It's the repeated rhythmic guitar part that continues throughout most of the song. So that first C chord is just kind of on its own. Forget about that for a moment. Now let's begin the main riff. Would you please put your pointer finger on the 7th fret of the 2nd string from the top? Would you please put your ring finger on the 9th fret of the 3rd string from the top? Would you please put your middle finger on the 8th fret of the 2nd string from the bottom? Once again, not a bar chord. I am not smashing down. You're allowed to smash down if you want to, but there's no need. You only need your pointer finger to push on that one string. This is the E minor shape. People of the world, friends and relatives, I know what you're thinking. You're thinking, Uncle Stuart, that's not E minor. This is E minor. It's a basic chord. I thought you would have known that. Well, yes, this is an E minor, but guess what? This is an E minor as well. You don't know everything. Maybe you should... I don't know. You can do whatever you want. I don't care. On this E minor shape, you're going to do the exact same picking you did on the C. So that's punky pow pow ping pong ping pong ping pang. Punky pow pong ping pang bing bong. Punky pow pow da 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 ping pong. Hooky pow pow pa 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 bum bum. Clap the rhythm with me. Clap the rhythm with me. Here we go. Can you feel the beat? I can feel the rhythm of the groove. 1, 2, E minor. Great work. After you play that pattern on the E minor, one single solitary time, look, this is the way it's going to work. I'm going to show you the main riff, regular vanilla plain version. Then I'm going to show you some of the variations that he does. But right now we're just doing the regular plain vanilla, plain M&Ms, plain Oreos, plain shut up, stop naming candy. After you do the picking pattern one single solitary time on this E minor chord, we're going to switch to a D chord. Move your pointer finger to 5 on the 2nd string from the top. Move your ring finger to 7 on the 3rd string from the top. Put your pinky on on the 2nd string from the bottom. So we've got E minor to D. Now I would like you to notice something. All 3 of the chords we've done so far, you get to keep this shape with your pointer finger and ring finger. So your pointer finger and ring finger are just gliding along on those 2 strings. I'm not lifting them all the way off. I'm just gliding them along. But you do have to change your middle finger and pinky. That may have made sense to somebody. This is a D shape, 7, 5, 5. You are going to do the exact same picking pattern once again. Pookie pa 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 bum bum pa 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 pa. Stuart, cut. You're not allowed to just start doing that every 2 seconds because you think it's fun to do. That doesn't mean everyone else thinks it's fun to do. Yeah, but some people are going to think it's fun to do. This morning my wife told me that we should try to drink more water. And I got very defensive, like suspiciously defensive. Whenever I get super defensive like that, like I get agitated at first, but then a couple hours later, I kind of like reflect on it. And I'm like, why do you feel the need to respond in that way? What's going on? What are you hiding? After we do the picking pattern on the D, we're gonna move back to the C chord. That was just 3, 5, skip a string 5. We do the picking pattern there again. Then we go back up to E minor. That was the 7, 9, 8 chord. We do the picking pattern there. Then we go right back to the C, 3, 5, 5, and we do the picking pattern once there. So guys, the main riff is picking pattern on the E minor on the 7th fret, picking pattern on the D on the 5th fret, picking pattern on the C on the 3rd fret, then back up to E minor on the 7th fret, back down to C on the 3rd fret. It's 5 measures long, which is unusual. Unusual for a riff to be 5 measures long, so it feels a little bit awkward, but I think you're going to be able to do it no problem. Can we try it? We're doing the picking pattern once on each of those chords, starting on the E minor for the main riff. Are you ready? Let us begin. Picky pow, bong, ka-ba, ka-ba, picky pow. 1, 2, karate chop, Rochambeau. Switch. Switch. E minor. C again. Ow, shut up. I messed up. I hate it. We did it. Perfect. Guys, what an amazing time that was playing the main riff to Reckoner by Radiohead. Can we try it a little bit faster? 1, 2, and 1, 2, here we go. You did great. We've completed the introduction. So the introduction, just to be clear, is you do the picking pattern on the C once, then you play the main riff trace times. That's Spanish for 3. Surprised you didn't know that. Really quick, I know what you're thinking. You're thinking, Uncle Stuart, how come we're putting down 3 fingers for each chord, but we're only playing 2 notes per chord? What gives? Why are you wasting my finger's time? My ring finger could be off doing something more fun, like having a... I don't know, what do ring fingers do for fun? In the comments, what do ring fingers do for fun? Don't say anything gross. I have 3 reasons for you for why we're using 3 fingers instead of just the 2. 1, that's how Tom York does it. He has 3 fingers. 2, it's as a precaution, so that if you accidentally play the wrong string, it's still gonna sound fine. Number 3, I think that in some of the variations, he uses that extra note, but I actually don't think that's true, so never mind. Now that we've completed the introduction and the main riff, let me show you a couple of Thomas York's favorite variations. Variation number 1, on the D chord, the one on the 5th fret, he sometimes will go like this. It's pretty fun. You go punky punka punka punka, exactly the same as you do for the regular picking pattern, but then for the last 2 notes, instead of going punka, you're gonna go like this. Here's how you do that. Your pinky moves over to the 8th fret of the 2nd string from the bottom, pluck the 2nd string from the bottom, slide your finger back down to 7, and then play 2nd string from the top. So that's bunky pow pow boom ba boom ga slide play it with me, here we go. Donkey Kong pow boom ga slide thumb. So you can throw that in whenever you want. I truly think he does it haphazardly. I don't think he has any clue when it's gonna happen. It just happens at random times when he's playing the D. What's another variation that he does? I'll tell you. When he's going, okay, so you know we do the E minor, D, C. Sometimes, as he's finishing up that first C chord, he goes like this. He goes... What did I do there? I replaced the last note of the C chord with 10 on the second string from the bottom. I get up to that 10 as I'm getting the E minor chord ready. So check it out. It's Donkey Kong, tong, bing bong, boong, 10. Bonky Kong, bow, boong, gong, boong, gong. Can we try it? Try it. Start from the C. 1, 2, you can do it. Donkey Kong, pow, boonga, boonga, boom, 10, E minor. Great job. Amazing. Those are like the two main variations. There are other things that he does, but I don't think he's really thinking about it. I don't want to think about it. Honestly, I respect you too much to think about it in front of you because I think it would be doing you a disservice. Great. We've completed the main intro riff, main intro variation. After the introduction, you move on to the verse of the song. For verse 1, you play the main riff 3 times in a row. People of the world, friends and relatives, you're doing so well. Then we play the interlude. The first interlude goes like this. You know it's the interlude because it's when Thomas York stops singing. Goes like this. E minor, regular picking pattern. Then you go to the D, regular picking pattern. Then it goes to an A chord. Now you could just play a classic A if you want, but why would you be such a fool? Instead, take your pointer finger, put it on the 5th fret of the second top. Put your pointer finger on the 5th fret of the top string. Put your ring finger on the 7th fret of the second string from the top. Put your middle finger on the 6th fret of the 3rd string from the bottom. You're going to do the same exact picking pattern, but you're going to use the top string and the 3rd string from the bottom. So it's... Honestly, if you did the regular A, it would sound exactly the same and it would be easier to do. So you should actually just do regular A. But this is how Tom York does it, so whatever, who cares? Okay, great. After you do the picking pattern on the A, either one you do, then you're gonna go back to the C shape, which was 5, 3, 3. Strike that, reverse it, schnozberries, 3, 5, and 5, and do the picking pattern. Then you're going to be done with the interlude, and we're going to move to the second verse. For the second verse, you're going to play the main riff 4 times in a row. 4 times in a row. You just play the main riff. No problem. Easy. Then we get to the second interlude. Thomas York continues singing during the second interlude, but I think you're going to be able to do it anyway. I think it's going to be fine. For the second interlude, you do the picking pattern on the 7th fret E minor chord. Then you do the picking pattern on the 5th fret D chord. Then we do the picking pattern on the A chord. You can do it in any location that you would like, but you're going to do the A chord picking pattern 2 times in a row. So as soon as we finish one, we just start it again. We've completed the second interlude to the song. That brings us to the bridge, but there's actually like a pre-bridge before we get to the actual bridge. So here's the pre-bridge to the song. We have to start with the G sharp minor chord. G sharp minor kind of sucks. You're not going to like it, but it's going to be great. Would you please put your thumb on the 4th fret of the top string? Would you please put your ring finger on 6 of the 2nd string from the top? Put your pinky on 6 of the 3rd string from the top, and then take your pointer finger and your middle finger and put them on 4 of the 3rd string from the bottom and the 2nd string from the bottom, like this. It's kind of a handful, literally. If you refuse to do this chord, you hate it, and you're mad at me because you're like, Stuart, you told me there were no bar chords. You didn't tell me there was this horrible monstrosity, and now I can't play the song. Just don't use your thumb. Just only use these 4 fingers and just try not to play the top string. It's going to be fine. We just want one strum of this G sharp minor chord. And you're going to hold it out for 8 beats. It goes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Then we're going to switch to a G6 chord, also known as E minor over G. I don't know what I call it in this situation. Would you please put your pointer finger on the 3rd fret of the top string? Put your ring finger on the 5th fret of the 3rd string from the top. Put your middle finger on the 4th fret of the 3rd string from the bottom, and put your pinky on the 5th fret of the 2nd string from the bottom, like this. There's our G6 and or E minor over G chord. You're going to strum that once, hold it out for 8 beats. We have completed the pre-bridge. Now here's the actual bridge. Are you ready? We're going to start off with a chord that I like to call an A minor chord. The way that Tom York plays it is like this. He plays it in this stupid, horrible way that none of you want to do. I'm just going to have you play regular A minor because it makes almost no difference, and it makes the song like 40% easier. Would you please put your pointer finger on the 1st fret of the 2nd string from the bottom? Would you put your ring finger on the 3rd string from the bottom on the 2nd fret? Oh my God. Would you please put your middle finger on the 2nd fret of the 3rd string from the top? A minor. Here's the strumming pattern. We get into strumming for the bridge. With your thumb, play 2nd string from the top. If you miss that 2nd string and you play the top string of the 3rd string, it's fine, nobody cares. You're gonna play that string, then you wait for a moment, then you're gonna strum down, and then you're gonna strum up, up, down, down. Goes like this, it goes thumb, 1, 2, look at this. Thumb and down and up, up, down, down. You do that pattern on the A minor one single solitary time. Then we switch to a C major 7 chord. Pointer finger, 3rd fret, 2nd string from the top. Ring finger, 5th fret, 3rd string from the top. Middle finger, 4th fret, 3rd string from the bottom. Pinky, 5th fret, 2nd string from the bottom. C major 7 chord, do the exact same strumming pattern. Thumb and down and up, up, down, down. Then we're gonna go to a B over D sharp with your pointer finger. Mash down on the 4th fret of the 3rd string from the top, 3rd string from the bottom, and 2nd string from the bottom. Uncle Stuart, you said there were no bar chords in the song. This looks like a bar chord to me. Yeah, it is a bar chord. I lied to you. There is this one bar chord in the song. Then you're going to put your ring finger on the 6th fret of the 2nd string from the top, and you're going to strum the exact same strumming pattern on this chord dose times in a row. Don't worry, I have an alternative for you if you don't want to play this. If you don't want to play this chord, what you can do is you can just play 2nd fret, 2nd string from the top, 4th fret, 3rd string from the top, and 4th fret, 2nd string from the bottom. This is just a regular B chord. It's not as cool as the B over D sharp, but it works fine. So far, we do the strumming pattern on A minor. We do the strumming pattern on C major 7. Then we do the strumming pattern twice on the B over D sharp. Then we go to C major 7, do the pattern once. Then A minor, and we do the pattern once. Then we go to plain old regular B, which is the alternative thing I just showed you a second ago. Pointer finger, 2nd fret, 2nd string from the top. Ring finger, 4th fret, 3rd string from the top. Pinky, 4th fret, 2nd string from the bottom. With your pointer finger, you want to try to mute all the other strings. Wait, hang on. Shh, listen. I just had to demonstrate that it's my chair and not my body. And you do the strumming pattern twice on this B chord. All right. Let's play those first 8 measures of the bridge. A minor, C, and then 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, thumb and down and up, down, down and a boom, boom, down, 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 boom and a boom, boom, gone, 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 gone again, boom, gone, 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 down there. Great. Then, remember that horrible, miserable, no good, very bad G sharp minor chord? We're going to do that one again. This time, though, if you can, see if you can have the bottom string be open. It's okay if you can't, but if you can, it makes this chord, which is a very cool chord. You do the regular strumming pattern twice, so it's boom. Then we're going to go to our G6 chord. That was 3 on the top, 5 3rd string from the top, and then 4, and then 5. Remember that one from before? And you do the strumming pattern twice on that chord. Then you start the bridge over. You do A minor once through the strumming pattern, C major 7 once through the strumming pattern, B over D sharp twice through the strumming pattern, back to C major 7 once, A minor once, and then B twice, and now we're done with the bridge. Let's play the pre-bridge and the bridge back to back. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, I know that I'm the only person who played that chord. It's fine. It's a hard chord. You're gonna get it someday. 5, 6, here we go. 2, you forgot all about that one. What is this part of the song? I don't understand what we're doing. And down, down, then the C major 7. Have you guys heard the CeeLo Green version of the song? It's fine, I guess. I mean, it's fine. It's good. Then you start it over. On board. Then what you do is you play the verse 3. Here's how you play verse 3. You do the picking pattern, the old original picking pattern on the C chord once. And then you play the main riff 3 times. So we're basically going back to the other verses. It's fine, it's great. Then we play the interlude, which is like this. The third and final interlude is E minor, D, A. You do the A chord only once through the picking pattern. Then we get to the ending. I don't like this part because I don't know how to play it. So I need to stop the video and take a moment to learn how to play this part of the song. 1, 2, Fades out. Cowardly and ending way to peel a song. Have you ever learned how to peel a grape? Tell me in the comments. How many grapes have you peeled in your lifetime? Here's how you play the ending to the song Reckoner by Radiohead. Would you please put your middle finger on 7 of the second string from the top. Ring finger 7, third string from the top. Pinky 7, third string from the bottom. Pointer finger 5, third string from the top. It's like the pointer finger is the king, and these 3 fingers are all pawns that are protecting the king. It's making a barricade so that no one can get to your precious, precious king. Otherwise, the game of chess will be over and you will have lost. What you're going to do is you're going to strum down on this chord once. Then you're going to get rid of your ring finger. I know it feels weird, but you can do it. Then strum down again. So it's bow, bow. Then you're going to strum up again. Then put your ring finger back and strum up again. So now we have bow, 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 bow. 2, play with me. Bow, 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 bow. One more time, gang. Bow, 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 bow. Then get rid of your ring finger and strum down. Then put your ring finger back and strum up. So the whole thing is down, down, up, up, down, up, down, down, up, up, down, up. 1, 2, here we go. Down, down, up, up, down, up. That was fine. We did great. That was amazing. You have to do that twice in a row. 1, 2, twice in a row. Down, down, up, up, down, up, bow, bow. Uncle Stuart, how come you're making such a big deal about the downs and ups? It doesn't matter. It sounds the same. If I strum down or if I strum up, It sounds exactly the same, so it doesn't make any difference. Why are you being such a jerk about this? It's not about the way it sounds, it's about the motion of your hand. The different directions actually make a massive difference. Like maybe that's not true. Maybe I just want it to be hard for you because it was hard for me. You ever think about that? People of the world, friends and relatives, then after you do it twice on this location, then you're going to put your middle finger on 8th fret of this top string. Have your pointer finger mash down on 7 of the 2nd and 3rd string from the top, and have your ring finger ready to play 9 on the 3rd string from the bottom. Guys, you're like this. You're going to strum the exact same rhythm and the exact same thing with your, look, we go like this. We go 1, 2, here we go. And then you go back to this one. This one, it's all about the rhythm. You want to get that funky Tom York groove in there. He's hitting wrong strings all over the wrong strings. I mean, they're not wrong. It's just he strays from the pattern regularly, but and he moves his head like this. See if we can do that. Play it one more time while going like this. 1, 2, 3, 4. It's embarrassing, and I need to stop this video now. It fades out, and nobody cares. So the reason why I said cooked goose earlier in the lesson is because I was playing the song, and I was going to stop, but I said, like, no, think about all the people who want to learn the song. And so I said, like, so instead of quitting, we have to cook this goose. It didn't make any sense. I don't have an explanation for this. I just said cooked goose for some reason. I said we're going to cook this goose. That's what I said. Yeah, we're going to cook this goose.